and welcome to the next video in my series on simple ways to make big differences in your workouts. Today we're talking about your core and ab training. The reason why this tip works so well is because the majority of what your abs do isn't to bend your body in half. It's not to pick up your legs or do sit-ups and stuff. It's to control your lumbar spine area, particularly in flexion movement. So this type of movement that we have here, particularly with an posterior and then an anterior tilt, is crucial for effective abdominal and core training. Trouble is that we usually don't engage in a lot of pelvic movement in such a fashion in everyday life. So what ends up happening is this area of our body starts to become kind of just iced up. It becomes something that's sort of stiff, not because we're not stretching or anything, but again, a lot of flexibility and mobility isn't from a lack of stretching. It's just a lack of awareness of how to use our own joints in that way. So this is why in the grind style calisthenics program, we have a lot of this exercise. This is a cat-cow exercise from yoga. And not only does it help us to move the pelvis, anterior and posterior tilt, but it's also about engaging the abs, not only in a flexed position, but here as well. Like, can you arch your back and still engage your abdominals? Because remember, it's always a lot harder to engage a muscle in an extended position, if you can engage it at all. So that's why I always tell people, like, flex here first, work on your tension control in your abs here, and then over time, work on still being able to continue to flex your abdominals in an extended position. Then when you do things like your plank and stuff, you can have that posterior pelvic tilt and your planks are way more effective. Any of your core and abdominal exercises become a lot safer on your lower back and a lot more effective because you have both the tension control and the awareness of where your pelvic tilt is. Because if you don't have that control, every time you go into a plank and stuff, who knows where it's going to be? Who knows if it's an optimal position? And if you don't know how to control it very well, then your effectiveness of all your ab training is just left up to pure chance. Thank you very much for watching. Check out these other videos on how to make big improvements with simple tips that you can do in your workouts starting today. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit, live free.